Bryan, the rising country music star, recently found himself at the center of a social media storm after a tweet comparing Kanye West and Taylor Swift ignited backlash. In response to the uproar, Bryan temporarily deactivated his X, formerly Twitter, account, further fueling the conversation around the controversial post. The incident occurred on a seemingly ordinary Tuesday night when Bryan took to X to share his thoughts. What started as a lighthearted sports tweet, "Eagles greater than Chiefs," soon escalated when Bryan added, "Kanye greater than Taylor. Who's with me?" The post, comparing the notoriously polarizing Kanye West to Taylor Swift, quickly drew the ire of Swift's passionate fan base, known as Swifties. They were not amused, and many took to social media to express their disappointment and frustration with the comment. Swift's fans, who are famously protective of the singer, were swift to respond with criticism, some accusing Bryan of being disrespectful toward Swift's legacy. The backlash was immediate and intense, as thousands of fans flooded his mentions, calling him out for what they saw as an uncalled-for comparison. It wasn't long before Bryan realized the gravity of the situation and deactivated his X account, though not before issuing a public apology. In a follow-up tweet before deactivating, Bryan sought to clarify his statement, explaining that he was listening to a song by the Tortured Poets Department called "Thank You Amy" when he made the tweet. He also admitted that alcohol had played a role in his decision to post the message. "Guys, I love Taylor," he wrote in his apology. "If anyone took it seriously, please know I love both artists a lot and think we're in a really beautiful time of music." Despite the apology, the damage had already been done. Swift's fans remained skeptical, with many pointing out that even in jest, the tweet felt unnecessary and divisive. Bryan's comment comparing two of the most influential artists of the modern era, who have their own storied history of conflict, touched a nerve for many. The infamous 2009 MTV Video Music Awards incident, in which Kanye West interrupted Swift's acceptance speech, remains a point of contention and a cultural touchstone in discussions about the artists. Interestingly, Bryan did not completely retreat from social media. While he deactivated his X account, he continued to stay active on Instagram, where he shared several Kanye West songs in his stories. This move raised eyebrows among fans, who questioned whether Bryan's admiration for West was more profound than his initial apology led on. It's worth noting that this isn't the first time Bryan has shown support for Taylor Swift. In fact, just last year, he praised her critically acclaimed album Midnights, revealing that the song August from Swift's catalog was his personal favorite. Bryan's prior comments about Swift's artistry have left some fans perplexed by his latest tweet, wondering if it was simply a poorly timed joke or indicative of a deeper opinion. In the midst of the controversy, some fans and commentators speculated that Bryan's tweet might have been a reaction to Swift's growing political presence. Earlier this week, Bryan stirred the pot once again by suggesting that artists should not prioritize politics over music. This remark led many to believe that Bryan was subtly critiquing Swift, who has become increasingly vocal about her political views in recent years, especially when it comes to voting rights and LGBTQ+ issues. Swift's decision to endorse political candidates and speak out on social issues has made her a divisive figure in some circles, though many of her fans appreciate her activism.